Hey Doom fans, Alex here with another installment of Many Ways on How to Die, Map 27. So when Eric Alm originally released this WOD, he made this the finale, and this was all essentially released as maps 1 through 27. And so you can treat this like the finale. It is incredible. The music, obviously Final Fantasy is a hit, but I'm just going to let this roll for a little bit. Kind of like the last map, until I die. Alright, this is kind of my version of debriefing myself, but in this initial room you're going to want to hit all 3 crosses around now so that there's maximum infighting between the Revenants and the Cacos. Notice how I'm waking up everything, getting all the ammunition, avoiding the Aphrodite's attacks, but I'm not striking. This is just like map 26. You don't want to strike until you're absolutely ready to awaken everything. Although at least in this map you get a lot more room to move. Alright, so ultimately I think I go back in the starting room. Yeah, I go back in the starting room and kind of finish everyone off. Yeah, that was dumb. But this usually works. Honestly, this first arena is not too hard to get right. And I'll tell you what I mean by arena when we get to the second arena. I like breaking maps like this up into chunks, because it's more easily digestible to me. And so instead of conquering this entire map, I'm thinking about conquering only bits and pieces, and it makes me celebrate the small victories, you know? I would discourage, again, just like map 26, to not pick up that Berserk pack. There are like a handful of others, but just try to conserve them. That Aphrodite is placed perfectly, by the way. It's kind of hidden behind that invisible wall there. And I will be making cuts, because a lot of this map, if you really think about it, is doing very monotonous, tedious stuff. I don't really mind it, though. It doesn't really discourage from the gameplay in a way that I would consider annoying. It's just, again, maybe this isn't even the optimal way of doing it. I bet a lot of Doom players are just going balls against the walls, just shooting everything and getting up in the middle of everybody's grill and business. It's not really how I work. So for example, there are like a bunch of Mancubi right here. I would rather them infight like that. And that was dumb mistake number 2. That Caco was really a mistake, so we'll say I've made 3 dumb mistakes so far. But this map is fairly forgiving, unlike the predecessor. I love how after all those hits to my face, all those projectiles, I'm still trying to go the infighting route. Alright, thank goodness for those stim packs. Dumb mistake number 4? We're on 4. 5. Really, I've made 5 dumb mistakes. Are you killing? Are you killing me? Is what I almost said. Yes, you are killing me. Blame my own stupidity for this. Okay. But again, a lot of med kits, a lot of armors, some berserk packs. Alright, now this Baron is going to want to infight with the Mancubi. It just takes a really long time. Alright, whenever you're ready. Come on, I can see you. They never want to cooperate when I want them to, obviously. So I do one of these. Now they strike. Alright, there we go. So keep in mind that on the left side, you have like, God, how many? Like 10 Mancubi? But on the right-hand side, all the way to the right, we haven't even gone over there yet, but you still have Mancubi that can still snipe you. And so you just always have to be on the lookout, kind of crossing the road, looking both ways, etc., etc. But to take out all these Revenants that are in the pocket to the left, what I do is this. I hide in that little tiny space right there. You can't see it yet, right there. And I just pick them off one by one, occasionally looking to the left. So I think this is going to be one of those instances where I kind of cut and save you the monotony. Okay, so now what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to snipe the Mancubi. Is it Mancubi or Mancubuses? If it's Greek, I believe it would be Mancubuses, just like octopuses, I believe. But if it's Latin, it would be Mancubi. But I think we're past, like, etymologies on this earth. But I feel like it's Latin. I don't know why, so Mancubi. Okay, a lot of sniping here, so again, that's really monotonous. I'm just going to skip ahead. Alright, and then I think I end out getting in this one's face, but that's okay. Now, your only goal for this arena, however you choose to tackle it, whatever strategy you choose to implement, is to stay at maximum health, or at least leave a berserk behind. Because this next arena is unforgiving. I would say up to now it's been pretty forgiving, and so I like to do a lot of the groundwork, which includes tackling these specters, which you can barely see, but we want to tackle these specters, punch as many things out as possible, and preserve ammo. If you can't do infighting, then punch stuff out. So I kind of like barely strike them just to get their attention so that I can punch them out. So right now I'm at 73% health, 81% armor. Not really optimal, but it is what it is. Okay. So basically, the door will open, but it'll shut behind you, and you won't be able to reopen it. So it'll lock you in this arena, which we'll call the second arena. And so here's what I do, because as soon as you do that, you're going to awaken a whole bunch of crap. So I so-called cheese the system. And so here's how I do it. Wake everything up, and then just like everything else in Scythe 2, run away! Okay. And then basically I spend the next, like 5 minutes taking care of everything. Okay, so more specters woke up, there are Hell Knights, at least one Mancubus, some Revenants, some pain elementals, at least one, and some cacos. Some tomatoes and potatoes, my favorite. And I'm just gonna have to eliminate all of them, so I'm actually gonna kind of head to when I do that, just because there's no sense in forcing you to watch me punch stuff out. So, see you in a bit. Okay. I think I killed pretty much everything else. Now, in that second arena, you're gonna wake up a whole bunch of other stuff, and I haven't really decided if it's better to just let them all wake up and infight, but the problem is that pain elemental. So I at least recommend, whatever you do, taking out that pain elemental first. Okay, and so you're gonna want like 100% health and armor, or as close to as possible, because you can jump in this little alcove right here and get a Megasphere, as well as a box of shells and some chain gunner bullets, whatever. Sorry, I'm going to do my best with the commentary, but it's like 12:17 a.m. right now, so I'm going to do my best. And so I guess it's fortunate that these revenants are on their little pedestal. You can snipe them off. Huh, okay. Do some final checks, and finally I think I'm gonna lock myself in the room. Now, just to give you all an idea, it is now 17 minutes into this map. It's probably not that much for you all watching this YouTube video, but 17 minutes later, all of that prep work is just for the first dangerous arena, or we'll call this Arena 2. Now, you see that there's a Megasphere on that pedestal. Can't get to it until you hit a switch. You'll also notice that there's a Cyber Demon. He's really the least of our concerns. There's a Cyber Demon and a Mancubus. Get the Cyber Demon to play kissy face with the Mancubus. They break up. It's a beautiful love story, alright? If the Cyber Demon would finally get some sense knocked into him. Alright, now you don't want the Cyber Demon to be firing at the time, but there's a teleporter right behind this, and it's going to telefrag the Cyber Demon. And there's a rocket launcher right there, so kind of important that you do that, because I don't know how to beat this without a rocket launcher. That's not really a secret, that's like... There needs to be another name for secrets that are mandatory. Manda secrets? I don't know, but... I save it again because, oh my god, just watch this. Oh my god, I am so mad at myself. That was almost a flawless example of exactly what you need to do in this arena. I hit myself in the face with a rocket. So mad. Alrighty. I forget if I even survived this. That's how entrenched I've been. But regardless, do that, like, exactly. Ideally, you want the Archvile dead as soon as possible, but yeah, so hitting the first switch is going to allow you to press that switch. Now, it does lock you in the same room, but you can cheese that switch pretty easily by, like, shifting pretty quickly. I make another potentially dumb error. I try to do even more infighting with the Aphrit and all the enemies on the other side of the door. I should have just cut my losses, right? Infighting is great. It's a necessary staple to some degree, but you can't rely on it as your only tool in the belt. Okay, regardless, whatever. I just go back and forth. So, in the event that that arena takes you a little bit longer than anticipated, yeah, what you do is you just launch rockets and you essentially do like semicircle arcs, back and forth and back and forth. The Aphrit's gonna do a lot of infighting. Yeah, the Archvile is gonna be a threat, but it's going to be resurrecting. It's gonna be busy. It's a busy boy. It's gonna be resurrecting things and infighting with everybody else by accident. Okay, so I just go back and forth, exactly what you're supposed to do. Finally just take out this Mancubus. It's just bothering me. And yeah, there are more enemies I could get to infight, but I just cut my losses at this point. He makes such easy work out of everybody. It's insane. Okay, yeah. Okay, I guess I changed my mind about that. I thought I died here. Actually, I was almost for sure that I did. Oh well. Yep, Aphrit not infighting exactly when I want him to. Alright, come on now. Oh, and there's someone behind me. Now, honestly, I think you have enough ammo. Just deal with them separately. Yeah, 68% health. Huh. That's close to a number that we all like. I teach freshmen. I'm sorry. Jesus. Oh my god. This guy. How many Aphrits have we seen? I mean, we saw that one in the beginning. That's this one, I believe. No, I actually don't think so. I don't know if he's the one or if it's another one we're going to see soon, but in any case, we'll just consider this the only Aphrit we've seen up to now. But we're just essentially normalizing Aphrits, because we got introduced to it in the previous map. He thrives in short confined areas. Actually, he just thrives everywhere, to be honest, but at least you have a shot in different areas. Okay, now, with these Hell Knights and Mancubi, whatever, you really want to cheese this door, just like I did, because you want to lure all these enemies away. And does anybody have a guess why? Why in Doom would you want to lure enemies away from a specific location? Well, you know, no reason other than there's probably another monster to be weary of that could do something with dead monsters. Anyone guessed it yet? I saved the game, if that's any indication. Whoa! That was my imitation of an archvile. I actually get pretty lucky. But yeah, I'm waiting this guy out. I don't care. Trigger its pain state so that it tries to zap you instead of running around unpredictably, potentially resurrecting stuff. I've died multiple times from just doing something stupid. This is a victory. Alrighty, so health. We don't need all the health at once, but yeah, let's take care of these Hell Knights. You're actually going to want to remember this exact location a little later on. This is going to be a secret. Pretty darn important one, too. Okay. A lot of rockets, a lot of shells. We're gonna press this switch. Even a cell pack, even though we don't have a plasma yet. And that's going to essentially open up the rest of the path down here, the rest of this hallway, where we have, oh, an Aphrit! Hi! My name's Alex. What are you doing here on this fine evening? Well, evening's kind of a stretch. I hope this is normalized by now, just fighting Aphrits, because, I mean, the pain state gets triggered fairly easily. I remember when I was first kind of messing around with this map, I even got the Aphrit, like, if you strike it back far enough, it'll go in that other room where there's an archvile. I'm just going to spoil that. And they actually infight, and it's funny. Oh, that's the fastest we've taken one of those down. But then, yes, so to kill an archvile, step 1, get it to notice you, and then immediately start firing and back up into a corner where it can't zap you. And then just keep firing. Helps when you have ammo, doesn't it? Hence why I spent like 5 minutes punching stuff out. This is actually a lot of progress. But we're still not... Maybe we're like halfway to one of the keys. But actually, we might be roughly halfway to either one of the keys, whichever one you want. I think there's a correct answer for which one to tackle first, but maybe that's just me. Okay, so this teleporter over here, you see the Revenants, they're standing on the pedestal of the key that you want, and so what I do is I try to get the attention of the Mancubi, and I try to get them to infight with the Revenants. And I guess that works, kind of, sort of, sometimes, like most of the time. I'm just tired and impatient at this point, so I kind of give up. Don't underestimate the single barrel shotgun, by the way. It's a great way to trigger the pain state of those Revenants and get them to hesitate firing. Okay, but we'll call that the second arena, and now we're stepping into, I guess, what we can call the third. You want to be careful in this little interlude, not here, but like the space here, like that area, because there are Revenants that can still strike you. Okay, I kind of heard the music go down a little bit. I'm guessing my PC is lagging a little bit, which actually scares me. I hope it's not going to lag continuously. The video quality is what I'm most scared of, because if that goes, I'm going to have to rethink some things. I think it's okay. Okay, so, anyone want to guess what's behind door number 20 at this point? Yeah, a couple of Revenants. I take some time dealing with them, so I might cut that out. Okay. There's one more Revenant, technically, and again, I'm luring these Revenants far, far away for a reason. Anyone want to guess? Or I guess you should know at this point, because I pretty much gave you the answer. Archie. This is actually, like, the least threatening Archvile that I can remember in Scythe 2. You have plenty of cover. I eliminate it pretty much immediately, but even if you didn't, plenty of cover. There's also a Chain Gunner just to annoy you. Now, this is a secret right here. Like, jumping up... Well... I said jumping up. And, yeah. I tried, like, strafing from the other side. It just didn't work, so yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. That cell pack is going to be pretty necessary. Okay, the music's kind of dipping a little bit, which is really interesting, because the video quality looks fine. If anything, I could cut out the video and replace it with something else. Alright. Oh, the Pain Elemental's here, so we're just letting everyone come in. Yep, eliminate Pain Elementals as soon as possible, always priority 1. And of course I don't see that Lost Soul. But yeah, so there's a Pain Elemental, a Revenant, a Baron of Hell, an Arachnotron, and technically a Chain Gunner. What is this, like some weird kind of buffet where you get one of everything? It's a Scythe 2 buffet, that's for sure. And then after that, there are a bunch more Revenants and then a non-threatening Archvile. Just cheese it by staying here and taking these Revenants out. From all the practicing, I don't think they can strike you from here, so... And then... I just look around thinking, is that seriously everybody? Yeah, it is. And then you can hide out here and just take out the remaining Revenants and this Archvile. Very easy to do. I might just kind of skip ahead because I'm single-barreling everybody. Alrighty. So, what was the point of all of that? Good question at this point. So, you could take that teleporter, and that would actually get you one of the keys. You don't want to do that, however. You see there's a plasma rifle over there, and just like everything in Scythe 2, if you want something, you gotta work for it. So, hi, Scythe. Just take him on, toe-to-toe. If you're too nervous, you can always kind of cheese it by hiding behind the lava fountain over here, which I ultimately do just because I want to conserve plasma. But I see no problem with doing this for the entire fight. Okay, now I saved the game, and here's why. There's a very precarious... This is how I do it. It's a very specific way that I do it. Because as soon as you enter the teleporter, you're going to have a bunch of cacodemons that spawn everywhere. They're going to get in your way, and... So what I do, there is one invulnerability, and you want that invulnerability. So you have to do this to get it. Grab it, and then you only have a very short time window. So here's what I use it for. I go to this arena right here. There's a cyber demon. We don't care about him. We just want to eliminate the pain elementals like I've taught you. And we want to go in this little alcove specifically, eliminate these monsters, and that's 30 seconds. In my opinion, that is the best use of that invulnerability sphere. Someone can come prove me wrong. Now, there's a Revenant that got lost. I got lucky there, I suppose, but also from there, we can tackle the remainder of this map. I actually save it there. Okay, whatever. So here we go. You're essentially descending a staircase that... you're descending the staircase of a castle, and that castle is lined to the brim with revenants. Now note, important note, there are revenants up there that we still haven't dealt with because we ran away and used the invulnerability. And I know you can't see it yet, but there's a whole bunch of stuff going on kind of in the background over there, and so... yeah, you have to keep all this in mind. So there's the stuff previously that we haven't dealt with, and there's the stuff in the future that we're going to deal with, but everyone's trying to kill us. Yep. 20% health, this isn't looking good. And yeah, just look at me. That, so mad about that. I'm so mad. That death was super avoidable. I should have just waited. It is what it is. We have to move on. Okay. Yeah, again, that was avoidable, but I guess that was a low damage roll. So every enemy that strikes you, I probably haven't explained this very well, but I'm going to do my best. Their attacks have a very, very wide range of damages that they can do on you. There's actually an incredible amount of variability in these attacks. I'm surprised nobody has, like, experimented with nerfing these variabilities a little bit more, like averaging them out, but nonetheless, we're descending a castle lined with revenants, with a bunch of stuff in the, I guess, background trying to kill us. Your only goal is to survive. It doesn't matter what health you come out of this with. So I'm going to call this, I guess, Arena 3. Well, okay, no. Arena 3 was like the Archviles and like, okay, all that stuff. So I guess Arena 4. Okay, and see, there's a whole bunch of stuff. That just gives you a very, very small taste of what we're going to be dealing with. Alright, now, down the staircase, just to give you a jump scare, there's going to be an Archvile and a Revenant. Now, I accidentally hit a key on my keyboard that, like, crouches me down, so that's not good. if anybody who's like an experienced Doom player is watching this, yes, I play on my keyboard. Is it better with a mouse? I've never, like, I'm so new to gaming, so if you want to talk some sense into me, then we can hop on a Discord call sometime and you can tell me how dumb I'm being. Or maybe you'll just be even more impressed that I'm doing all this from a keyboard. I don't know. Alright, in an ideal world, all this background noise would strike the Mancubus and he would infight and blah blah blah, but I think at this point, infighting is kind of overrated. Especially if we're just expecting the infighting to happen with just one enemy. The more the merrier. Alright, 2 Barons right here. I don't even care. Just use your rockets. You have a whole bunch right behind them. Again, you have to be careful about the background. Now, at this point, I'm going to stick my neck out, but not too far, and I'm going to kill all these cacodemons, but make sure none of them are resting on the surface or anywhere near. Gee, I wonder why I said that. I feel like, honestly, like, and this is an Alex that has already finished this map, I feel like about half of this map is dealing with straggling cacodemons. We're essentially tomato hunting. Okay. Yeah, Archvile. Are we even surprised at this point? I hope not. Tackle one at a time. And of course, at the exact same time, there are cacodemons that are trying to strike me, so a couple other stragglers that are trying to kill you. It doesn't matter, because remember what I said. We don't care about what your health is. Remember that place I told you to remember with the Hell Knights in, I believe it was Arena 2? Well, right behind this wall is the creme of the crop, your Megasphere. 200% health and armor, and oh, trust me, you're going to need it. Another secret that is not really a secret. It's a Manda secret. Mandaret? Can we call it like a Mandaret? Alright, regardless, yeah, I save it here because, and I'm just going to let you watch this. That was actually kind of cool if you think about it. The Archvile incinerated me, threw me up in the air, and the Cyber Demon shot me down, killed me. Yeah, run past everything. I found that killing these Mancubi first is a good idea, so they don't get in your way later. And it's worth kind of experimenting with trying to kill these monsters first a little bit, and at least eliminating the Archvile, but the Archvile looks busy. We're not going to bother him. Then as soon as you do that and get the key, all these other monsters kind of teleport in. See, the Archvile was like starting to incinerate you, but then it turned on a dime, so... Oh, we had 200% health and now we're at 105. And keep in mind there are regular med kits up there as well. But I don't even know what to call that. Hell Incarnate. What an amazing job, honestly. And the views are spectacular. I'll show you later. But yeah. So this is pretty awesome. You want to lure the Mancubi out. And then there's going to be an Archvile that teleports right behind you. See, I can't even, like, this is so fast-paced, I can't even keep up with the gameplay at this point. Nonetheless, You want to do that to lure the mancubi away, because there are like 5 or 6 of them that are all guarding that door. And so right after getting the key, that's the last time you want to be trying to do that, because you're not going to make it through. They'll strike you down. And we have tomatoes trying to... I don't know. Does anyone have any more puns for tomatoes? Like, the tomatoes are trying to boil you and cook you? I don't know. Honestly, hardest part of the map, done. That's it. The rest of this is essentially like killing stray cacodemons. And that's it. Okay, there are a couple other enemies, but... There's also a really annoying cyber demon that we still haven't dealt with, technically. But details, you know? Details aren't always what make a story good. Sometimes they just get in the way. So, alright, we're at 36% health. That just isn't good. You could probably die right there, but I didn't somehow. Alright, now what do we have here? More cacodemons. And more are going to raise up from the other side, and I'm just going to kind of skip ahead. Okay, pretty sure that's all of them. If you couldn't hear, there's an archvile looming in the distance. And here we go. Alright, yes, he resurrects a couple things. It's super annoying. How did he get all the way over there? Why would he get all the way over there? I don't even care. I am really nervous, though, because I have 36% health and 40% armor. And so every move, I'm trying to be as careful as possible. There are a couple of things that you can do about that. Remember, we did leave some medkits behind, and we're going to go back for those, but we do get this mega armor. That is lovely. That is just, like, delightful, honestly. Now, I think you can get... I don't know if this is a secret or not, but I think you can get those, that extra ammunition by doing some sort of strafe jump. I'm not successful there, but you get the idea, right? Honestly, I think the real MVP that we need to acknowledge isn't Eric Alm, and it's not me either. It's my computer for keeping up with the immensities that Eric Alm has generated, including such a rockin' soundtrack, as well as the visual detail. And so you can hear the audio kind of fading a little bit, but I'm just ever so thankful that it looks like all of this recorded in one-ish piece. Okay. So, I did remember these medkits. They came in handy. Whew. Tomato picking. Such a lovely, fun, festive fall activity. I was gonna use another F word like fallacy. Okay. Now I think we have a couple more. Yeah, I never realized how many tomatoes were actually in this map. Okay, and so we still have a Cyber Demon to deal with, and honestly, I'm just really scared because remember, well, maybe you don't remember because we had the invulnerability, but when you go a certain amount of distance, you get trapped inside, and I am going to be darned. If I made it this far, and I'm going to be trapped inside with a Cyber Demon, that's instant death, so no thanks. So I take it really, really cautiously, even though I technically actually don't need to. I just snipe him from a distance. It's really time-consuming and annoying, so I'm going to cut ahead. Finally. Okay, so I guess we had to go, like, all the way up there to be trapped in, but still, I wasn't going to risk it. Now, Cacodemon. How many monsters are left? I think it was 406 out of 433, if I checked correctly. The point is, something is increasing the number of monsters in the level, and that can only be two things. Pain Elementals firing out those lost souls, or Archviles. Okay. It was an Archvile. A dead Archvile. Now, typically, you can clean up the monsters from here, but all of them gather here, so it might not be the best strategy. Usually what I recommend is taking the long way around. Yeah, just dropping down and killing them from afar. You can already see they're a lot. This map is a lot. And that's not a complaint whatsoever. I've genuinely felt like I put my heart, soul, blood, tears, and sanity into this map, and I appreciate the outcome. I certainly believe that this map is doable in a single save file. I easily could have done it. I only died twice. I mean, I died in the beginning, but that doesn't really count for the continuity. And I'm very proud of this run, like I said. I spent many days practicing and figuring out this map's tics and tricks. Isn't this view just amazing? Like, where else can you go to get this kind of view? Anyway, I think something, and I was playing a map called Misery Halleck, which if you're a Doom fan, you know what that is, but otherwise it's like the best rated map on, I think, Doom World or Doom Wiki or whatever they call it. And I was just thinking about what makes a map good. And I think that the thing that makes a map good is that it immerses you in it. You're completely subsumed by the monsters, the textures, everything. And so while I kill these the last remaining enemies, I believe there are 4, I just want to reflect on that a little bit, because I think it's so impressive that an engine that was released in 1994, or 93 if you count the original Doom, can still engross people in its amazing textures. When we have all this AI, VR, improved graphics and consoles, people still come back to Doom, and I think that that is just a showcase of how universal and how unbelievably unforgettable this stuff is. You can try it out sometime. Alright, anyway, Aphrit. These Aphrits in this map haven't really been threats as much as annoyances. Which I guess is a good problem to have. But nonetheless, after we kill this Aphrit, somehow, finally, there are going to be 2 more monsters. But you can see kind of the tricks with the Aphrit. And so, yeah. The music definitely dipped there, and I apologize for that. But again, just given the span of this video and what we were able to accomplish, not that big a deal in my opinion. I can forgive a couple slip-ups of the audio. But anyway, for the Aphrit, yeah, just shoot and hide behind something. That's your best bet. Alright, last 2 enemies. Cyber Demon and a Baron. Get them to infight and then just unleash everything you have on the Cyber. Call it a day. Yeah, I go toe-to-toe with him. Maybe not the smartest idea, because he takes forever to go down. That was close. I probably would have been able to survive a shot from the Cyber Demon. We are at 100% health and 185% armor. Nonetheless, the map is beaten. Watch my facial expression. Big sigh. I have 2 secrets that I haven't figured out. Well, one of them is really easy. It's that Mega Armor, kind of like in map 5. One of these is not like the other. Press that torch and get that one. I don't know what the other secret is, and frankly, I don't care. I am victorious. That was Afterlife 2. Thank you all so much for watching. 58 minutes.